Hey everyone, my name is Alex. In this video, I want to show you how I study for FAR in the CPA exam. So I use Becker. There are 10 chapters in Becker's financial CPA review. So out of all the 10 chapters, I learned about 7 or 8 chapters during my undergrad, but not thoroughly. I can see that the points being touched in class here and there, but not completely as a depth that the CPA exam requires. And the 9th and the 10th chapters of the review course is state and local government and also nonprofit accounting, and I've never seen those before. And those are the areas I spend the most time on. And also in combination with the experiences that I read in another71.com, a lot of people have been saying that nonprofit, governmental, financial accounting is actually more prevalent than the regular financial accounting on the exam. So I took their advice. So I actually learned a lot about those last 2 chapters, the state, local, nonprofit, government accounting. And so that's the breakdown of the stuff that I would emphasize on. So I emphasize on those areas to begin with. And on the rest of the areas, I really drill down on how to do the debit and credit and how does all the journal entry works. I make sure that I understand every single concept in the Becker review course. And I do all the lectures, I do all the after class homework review, and I'd also do all the simulations. After I got around 80-90% of the review course done for FAR, I went back and I started to write down like a mind map about what I know about this course. And I realized after I learned it for almost 180 hours, I still don't know what I'm doing. So I went back to study the whole course again. I listened to all the lectures, I listened to all the after lecture homework videos, and I do all the homework assignment, and I redid all the simulations problems again. Despite a lot of people online saying that simulations are a waste of time, I found them to be a comprehensive examples of what I learned and what this chapter really focuses on. So I would definitely recommend doing that. Couple hard areas in CPA exam, I would say, is pension, leases, and foreign currency accounting, because those areas are the hard areas, but those are also the areas that few of us ever really learned a lot in school. So I would recommend focusing on those areas. And in the end, after I feel comfortable with what I'm learning, I went to all 3 mock exams. A lot of people are saying that they're a waste of time, just do your multiple choice questions, but I took the other route. I follow the Becker method, and I did 3 of them. And my average on them is about 65. And my score comes out to be 84 on my FAR exam. And that's about a 20-point jump there. And I would say that my success from the CPA score is partly because I did all the things that Becker wanted me to do. And another area that I would really want to emphasize on is that if you have time, you can go on that another71.com website to browse other students' experiences and how they did it. And sometimes some posts are really long, and I will read through them. At least I spend like an hour every couple days to read them because they're kind of interesting, and you'll know that a lot of people are going through the same thing that you're going through, and it's definitely encouraging. And lastly, I want to point out how I studied for the FAR exam other than the chapters and the key concepts. So the way I would do it is I went on an extreme. Whenever I was walking to school, it's like a 15-20 minutes walk, I would listen to the Becker audio, I would listen to the lectures, and whenever I'm showering, whenever I'm in the car, driving anywhere, I will put on the lecture videos and I will listen to the key concepts, the hard areas I feel not that comfortable with over and over again. So that's how I use my time to the extreme and maximum. And also whenever I have a little bit longer time, like 15-20 minutes between class breaks, I will go out, get some breath, clear my mind, and I come back right in to keep doing homework for the Becker. I will also do a lot of multiple choice questions. And on the top of that, something that I really recommend you guys to do is write out like a notes in a Word document or anything that you want to. Just write out the key concept and then write out what do you know on it and what do you not know about that concept, and go back to the book and really read it. So the book that Becker gave me, I didn't really read them on the paperback book. I read the ebook as the lecture going along. So I really didn't use the paperback book much. I mainly just go through with the Becker instructor during their lectures, and I will see what they highlight, and I will sometimes pause them to see what they're emphasizing on, and I will pause for a minute and really think of what they're trying to test me, instead of memorizing, this answer is X, answer is Y. I want to understand and think like the test maker. How do they want to test you on this concept? What do they really want you to know about this concept? And after I did that, I felt comfortable with it, and I went in to take my first FAR, and I passed it with an 84, so I was super excited about that. And one thing that was really nerve-wracking is I know that FAR has a really low passing rate. So I really don't want to fail my first exam, and I really want to knock out the hardest first. So if anyone were to start taking any section of the exam, I would recommend them taking FAR, because we only have 18 months after your first pass, and FAR takes the longest. It took me about 2-3 months to finish all the FAR studying while I was in school. It was a lot. It was really hard going through it, but in the end, it was well worth it. I spent about 250 hours in total, and because I would jot down all the hours I studied in an Excel sheet, and I track how many hours I spent on multiple choice, how many hours I spent on simulations. And overall, I would say that the hours that I spend the most, other than what Becker provided me, is that I really used the flashcards. Not just the flashcards that Becker provided me, and also flashcards I made of myself. I made my own notes throughout the Becker chapters, and out of them, I wrote probably 80 pages, single space in Word document. And before my exam, I didn't do much review other than just reviewing the flashcards, because at that point, I know that whether I know this or I don't, there's nothing else I could do about it. So that was all my studying experience before the exam day. And I hope that helped. And in the following weeks, I will continue to post videos on how to study for BC, how to study for audit, and how to study for reg. And I hope you like my video. If you have any questions and comment, please comment below or like the video, and I will be sure to follow up on that.